Okay, so I have been woken up from my endless rest because Clionadh, which is one of my favorite indie brands, collaborated with Milly from Bad to the Brow, which is the absolute multi-chrome queen. I was introduced to her videos because of Clionadh actually, because as many people, I needed a resource for swatches, and Milly was just one of the most thorough reviewers, and she always covered Clionadh. So this match is just made in heaven. It needed to happen, and I'm so glad it happened because oh my god, are you seeing this? This is so perfect. It just seems like they cared about every detail, from the packaging to the shades. It's just all so perfect. There's also some nail lacquers which I did buy, but I'm not going to showcase them here. I'm just going to be swatching the shadows. But anyways, let's just get into the swatches. So we're going to start with shade number 1. They don't have names, but Milly has said that she's going to talk about the names in a Q&A that she's posting sometime, and I am thrilled to see that. But anyways, this shade is described as a multidimensional iridescent shadow with a red, orange, yellow shift interspersed with silver and aqua sparkles. And you can see the base, it's kind of pink, like a lilac, but the shift is basically all those little sparkles. I didn't realize this was overexposed, but on the final shots you can see it better. Now here is shade number 2, and if I'm being honest, this is the shade that pulled me into the palette. This is the shade that sold me because oh my god, are you seeing it? It's so cute. It's described as a sparkling yellow shadow with an intense blue shift. It's said to be a sibling to Myrrh. And if you know Myrrh, then you know I love it. It's not very intense, it doesn't really shift as you can see, but the base creates a very cool effect that makes it a duochrome. And it's so freaking cool. I will say, compared to Myrrh, it has a little more sparse sparkle, like Myrrh is more uniform, but this is more sparse. Next we're on to shade number 3. It's described as a hot orange, peach yellow shimmering metallic multichrome. You can see that hot orange is the thing that you're going to notice the most. And there you go, it shifts to a gold to a green. And it doesn't really have a strong base. It's one of those formulas that is very finely milled, very shifty. The base is not that harsh, it's like a tan base rather than a dark base, so it makes it way more versatile than a black base multichrome. Moving on to shade number 4. It's described to be a violet, pink, peach, yellow shifting holographic shadow. And I don't know if you can see here that holographic effect is very fine. To my knowledge, Clionadh doesn't really do holochrome, so this is new for them. This, as you can see, has very tiny specks, so if you're not a person who enjoys the holographic effect, then I think you will enjoy this because it's not that obvious. You can see the base is a little gray, but not too much, and the shift is going to be from a pink to a gold to lime shift at the very harsh angle. Now moving on to shade number 5. A muted green base and fine shimmer that shifts blue, violet, pink and yellow. What you're going to see the most is that blue, but the green underneath does transform it a little. As you can see, once applied, it looks more green. But when the light hits it, it's going to be mostly blue. The second shift is a pink and the third shift is a muted gold, I would say. Next shade is one of my favorites, it's shade number 6. Described as a plum pink multichrome that shifts from bright yellow to gold to lime to aqua. And you can see on the finger, it looks so soft and pretty. On the hand, you can tell that this is exactly the kind of shift that I like. It's a yellow to a green to an aqua. The base on this one is like a soft pink. It's not too obvious. It's a very pastel-y multichrome and I think it's very lovely, especially as a one and done. Next, it's shade number 7, a bright green aqua purple shifting multichrome with soft tan base and a touch of fine particle holographic shimmer. Now on this one, I really can't tell that there's holographic shimmer, so it's super fine. It doesn't really seem to have a strong base. It's very sheer on my hand. And so the thing that you're going to notice the most is that lime shift. The base, you can see it's very soft. It's a tan base, but it's not like a harsh one. So yeah, a very shifty and fine shade. Now, next is shade number 8. A saturated leaf green base with an orange yellow lime shifting shimmer. This is described to be a sibling shade to Mural. And I can definitely see that because you got that fiery shift, but underneath there's a green. However, this green is warm leaning while the one in Mural is cool leaning. So yeah, a sibling shade for sure. Siblings but not twins, I guess. I haven't seen a shade like this from Clionadh, so it is unique for them for sure. And last but not least is shade number 9. It's described to be a pink peach yellow line shifting multichrome with a denim blue base. You can see here that denim blue really contrasts beautifully with the shifts, and it gives it a lot of dimension. It's a very finely milled multichrome, very shifty. The base is not that harsh, but you can really tell it's there, and it serves as a contrast to the shifts. So this is a very beautiful shade. And it's weird that they didn't mention Orchard because it does remind me of it. The reason why I really wanted this was because it was magnetic, and these pens are the same size as their dragon fruit palette, which I do have. These pens are also compatible with the Bizart Autumn Dew, I think, and also with a few pens from Colourpop, but not that many. Now I'm just going to swatch them all together here just so you can see how it works as a palette. I've tried using only these shades and they do work, but I'm going to use them individually going forward. Also, something else that I wanted to disclose is if you have an extensive Clionadh collection, then you may find that there's some shades that are similar. They're not going to be exactly the same, but they do have similarities. I was going to make some comparisons here, but then I went to watch Milly's video again, and you know, again, she's a multi-chrome queen, so she has way more shades than I could have imagined, so I'm going to link her video down below just in case you haven't watched it. Overall, I think this palette is especially perfect for those who haven't tried that much Clionadh, because it's a nice selection of shades and the pans are smaller than their usual, so they're going to be cheaper and you're going to try a very nice variety of them. But anyways, I hope this video helped anyone trying to make up their mind. Overall, I did enjoy this palette. Some of these shades are very unique to my collection and they're amazing quality as I came to expect from Clionadh. So again, huge congratulations to Milly and to Clionadh for this collaboration. They totally killed it. And that'll be it for me for now. Thank you for watching and have a lovely day.